Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Jay, and today we're going to be doing another day of market. So first things first, as right. So basically we're going to go into it. Okay, what we have for today, we are going to go into the charts and see what we have there using technical analysis. All right, so yeah, let's look into what we have here for today. Sorry that I'm a little bit slow right now. I didn't get much of a good sleep last night, so there's that too, but I'm okay, I'm good. Let us get into the charts right now and see what is going on. In case there are any breaks in the streaming, my network is just terrible right now, so okay, so let's get into this. Right, today being 26th of November. Okay, we've already had most of the news for the day. Basically, I only left out the medium impact and the high impact news. All right, so all right, tuning forecast statements, and by 2:30 we have the USD with unemployment claims. All right, so these are the last two you need to watch out for, especially if you're a prop firm trader. 4 minutes window, let's just say a 10-minute window for stop loss or your orders, you get. So that would be 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after this. Okay, creating a 10-minute window there. Okay, so yeah, be careful with that. We already had the CPI for the AUD earlier today. Okay, came out as 3.8%. If you check the UAD or the NZD, you see that they skyrocketed, so there's that as well. Well, I guess that is that for what we have for the news today. We entered not long ago into the London session. All right, so as you're heading into the London session, let us look into what we could possibly have for the New York session. All right, so let us go into our trading view and analyze what we have there for the day. Okay, so starting off from the daily time frame, we have here DXY. Okay, so DXY has been on a bullish, broke this high. Currently we swept this high. It's not really a break. Okay, and price is acting low-key funny because personally to me, this here is a little accumulation, right? When last we have an accumulation in the charts, we had one around here, and what happened? Price came down, and what happened afterwards? It went up, isn't it? So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right, and to me personally, I feel like this is what is going to come at play over here right now. Okay, we have here an upside move. Okay, we have some consolidation here. We have a little bit of accumulation. All right, so price has just been ranging for like what, 3 days basically. As of yesterday, so I believe that this is going to be the low of the week. All right, and in regards to that, oh shit. Okay, sorry guys about that. So like I was saying before, we did have a fair value gap there. Okay, we have the sweep, we have the fair value gap. So basically, and we also had this close above this particular candle over here. So I would consider that as a change in state of delivery. All right, it's something that I would actually want to see if price actually wanted to go to the upside. So I'll be expecting a little bit of a pullback to this particular fair value gap, and then I would want to see price going up from there. Okay, so this is my expectation for DXY. Okay, I think I'm going to stop at the 1 hour time frame. I don't know if you have anything below that. We don't really have anything below that. Okay, but we can see here that price has already tried to like switch sides. Okay, and if we actually come down here again to come to this area, then we have a support around here, and we have another resistance, another support around here. Support, resistance breaks, turns to support, right, making it a key level. So I believe that price could still come back down to this area and then pump from there. So yeah, I'm going to keep it to the 1 hour time frame. All right, and I'm going to target the high of the range. So this is going to be my target. All right, that there is my DOL, or my drawn liquidity. Okay, next up, what we have here, we have analyzed the XY. Okay, USD JPY. Okay, I want to analyze this because we have been on this run with USD JPY. Okay, and I want us to like finish it. Okay, I already have a setup here. I was analyzing earlier today. I thought I was going to miss the setup, but it seems like I'm not going to. So let's go down from the daily all the way to the 1 hour. All right, to see how I arrived at that. So let me just erase everything there. Okay, so now first things first is that for USD JPY, we actually had this fair value gap here, although low-key have invalidated it to some extent, but like because of what the XY is doing, I believe that UJ is also supposed to pump as well. Remember that I said that we're still very much bullish too. I'm still aiming for this high. Okay, I want to see this high being taken before before we even think of coming back below this area here, which I believe is going to be an endorsement on the long run. Okay, so with that, I'm looking for buys that are going to take me to this particular POI. We are going to see there that we had a little bit of an order block around here. Okay, and price is current. If we draw it out, this is the area where price reacted to. Okay, so I believe that this is going to be another block. Okay, we have some candles over here, smaller ones around here. That is, we made a low here. Okay, because of this low, basically what we have here is a sweep. All right, and because of that sweep, we also have a break of structure. As you can see here, we closed above this particular week. So to me, that's a full break of structures, which is bullish. We do have two confirmations there, which is the break of structure and the sweep. So now I want to look for an entry. Okay, so let's go down to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, okay, the best thing for us to use here is actually a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, we can use that. This here is a Fibonacci retracement, but now I'm not too confident in this retracement here. Okay, because the range is quite small, and also this here is the last set of down close candles before the break of structure, isn't it? So to the best of my knowledge, this here is going to be my order block. We can actually consider that as a change instead of delivery as well. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my order block here. This is my order block, and then do we have any other POIs inside it? Yes, we do. We do have an inverse fair value gap just here. Okay, there's another one around here, but I do not know if we're going to use this one or this one. So we have fair value gap and inverse fair value gap. I would prefer to use the POI that's above, just in case that we don't miss it out. Okay, so two choices: block here, or I could trade pips, stop loss. Okay, and if you're aiming for this high, okay, which is the number one target that we have right now, we're going to end up with a 1:7. Okay, but if you end up for the high, the overall target here, we're going to end up with a 1:11. Okay, so this is going to be more of a swing trade. I believe that between today and the remaining of the week, price should actually do something to get up there. Okay, maybe likely by Friday evening we should be there. Okay, so I'm going to go from this inverse fair value gap. Okay, the MTN network provider really wants to embarrass me here. It's not going to work out. I'll still do my live analysis and move on with my life because money has to be made. Okay, we have phase one, phase two, and payouts to get. So we cannot be left behind just because of a little bad network. Okay. Maybe if I get my first payout, I'll just use it and buy Starlink. I guess at this point, it seems like that Starlink is very necessary. You know. So yeah. So let's continue moving with it. Okay. I think I'm just going to go with the inverse favorable gap here. Okay, just because of the, what's it called again? Um, because of the XY. Yes. On the 30 minutes, we do have some reaction around here. So I believe that price could as well use this inverse favorable gap that we have here. Okay, or this favorable gap. Whichever one price decides to use, that's quite alright. Okay, it doesn't really matter. All it matters is that we have a POI and that POI gets active. Okay, so yeah, probably the 1 hour POI is actually best. Okay, so I think I'll just go with that. Moving up next, we have JPB USD. Okay, so let's go up to the daily time frame and see what we have there. Okay, right from the daily time frame, we don't actually see much there. It feels like price is trying to pump non-stop. I had these buyers before that we are supposed to come here and touch this other block and then continue going down so that the XY will continue going up, but then its own will. So I don't know. DXY actually dumped, so it makes sense that JPB USD is going to pump. Okay. Let's check it out. Okay. The daily time frame, we did close bullish. I don't really see a reason why we shouldn't continue being bullish on it. Okay, except for the XY, of course. But then if you examine it a little bit deeper, we see here that DXY JPB USD just had a failure swing here. I feel like this is a failure swing. Price is not closing above this one here. Okay, so are we heading down now? Okay, I feel like Euro USD might pose some extra confluence to that. Well, here we do have sort of like a sweep, right? So we do have a little bit of a sweep there. I'm still not seeing much on the 1 hour time frame. We see that failure swing there. Okay, it's clearer here right now. Price has been heading down, so once we cross this low here, I'll know that that failure swing is complete and we're about to change structure. Okay. For Euro USD, let's just go to Euro USD, please. Okay, on Euro USD, the story is almost like that of the X. Okay, now we did have a little pump here. Okay, currently price is around this area, and I don't really know what is inside this area except that we had support. Now we're going to probably use it as resistance. Okay, we've already swept the previous day. Okay, the previous day high. Okay, and we've been heading down since then. On the 4 hour time frame, we don't really have much there, but like I can see the price is trying to change. We see price closing below here for us to get into action. Okay, it's going to be a confirmation for me. Now we do have a little bit of resistance and support here. This is a key level that we should be paying attention to. Okay, price could find some support there or just simply break it. I feel like I just want to follow what the XY is doing right now, and to me I'm still very much bullish on UJ, so I want to continue with that. Network is really slow here. Shit. Okay, I think we're back. 30 minutes time frame. We don't actually have much. I don't have much of it here. Okay, the low key scattered to me. Like the price action has just been, or maybe I just don't catch the main move on time, but like I've not really been seeing moves like that on EU and GU. So So far so good. I only have a setup on UJ. Okay. Let's get into gold. Okay, now this is gold. All right, and what do we have on gold? Let's see, daily time frame all the way down to the 1 hour or maybe the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, apparently we are trying to push, okay, push back to the upside. Okay, previously I said that this is a failure swing, and seems like I was wrong, or maybe something changed in the fundamental section. Okay, um, currently we're going up. Okay, we had a little bit of an indecision candle over here. I don't know what for, but today we're pumping. Okay, and on the 4 hour time frame, what do we have there? On the 4 hour time frame, we have a nice record structure. Okay, alongside a little bit of a liquidity here. Alright, so I believe that if price is actually about to retrace, what we should have is this guy here as our other block. So that's going to serve as another block to me. Okay, this here is a liquidity sweep. Okay, even though it's not really with the wicks, but still liquidity sweep. Price went there, swept it, and started moving up from there. Okay, now if it's to have retracements, I'll be expecting price to trigger around this area. All right, let's check. Let me just name it very well. Okay, so yeah, I'm expecting a pump from around here still. I think I posted this on X. For those of you that follow me on X, I posted this particular bias over there. 1 hour time frame, what do we have? We do have well, not much actually. We don't actually have much, but price is still pushing up. Let us see what price is going to do on the long run. Okay, not every day we're going to get a setup, but so far so good. They only have one setup. To me, that is UJ. Now let's check some of the indices. All right, indices have been over delivering this time around. I feel like it's easier to trade indices now than to trade currency this week around this area. Okay, this was from Friday. I did not take this one. This one was on Monday morning, early hours of Monday. This one was on Tuesday. Okay, there was a fair value gap here. Price just came from there. Okay, after the break of structure, which was made by this candle here, but well, we saw price going back inside this fair value gap once again and pushing back up. This was around night time. I don't usually stay on the charts during the night time, but like had it been I was there, definitely we could have seen this coming. Alright, we already made a break of structure, so basically we have a new dealing range, or this other block would have been the only POI there, but this for me is low-key far down. But well, I don't know what I would have done until we are there. It's easy to say things when they have already happened, but it's harder to actually show them or do them when they are yet to happen. Okay, so so far so good. I'm still expecting the XY to clear out this high over here. Okay, possibly this high as well, because to me these are like relative equal highs, so I expect the full clearance from them. I don't actually have anything much again on the Nasdaq. Okay, it's not like price is reacting to this particular fair value gap here. Let's see if we can get an idea. Maybe we can even get a little setup on the low time frame to push price to this area. So this here is a little bit of a fair value gap. Okay, we see that we have a break of structure here, so this is the breakaway gap. It's working out nicely so far so good. Go down to the 15-minute time frame. What do we have there? Nothing much actually. We are going to the upside. 5 minutes. What do we have on 5 minutes? If I don't have anything there, I'm just going to skip. Okay, so in the 5-minute time frame, we have a swing low, then we go up again, we come back down, a failure swing here. So now we made a little bit of a fair value gap here, with some possible support zone here. Okay, and I say that in regards to this low that I'm seeing here, which was the support. This is resistance, but if price comes back down to it, it's going to act as support. Okay, so a good idea here would be to actually use this fair value gap. Okay, so using this fair value gap here, we do have this low to save us. The low that made the first low that made the fair value gap. So this here could be a good idea. All right. For those of you that trade support and resistance and normal chart patterns, this here is a W pattern or your double bottom. Okay, so where are we aiming at again? We are aiming, so let me just go up to the time frame, 1 or 2 time frames, so that I can get the POI very well. Okay, so this is target 1 and our second target. All right, so back to the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute time frame, this is going to be a little bit of a risky setup. Okay, especially because we are in a, well, we are at premium. Okay, I would say that we are at premium. We are definitely at premium price, so I would be skeptical about this setup. But if it end up working out, then we can bargain a nice 1:6 or a nice 1:9. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll be just going with that. But then this here looks quite nice. It's not bad at all. And let's see if I get the Fibonacci here. Where do we have the OTE? The OTE is around here. I don't know if there's anything like that on the 15-minute time frame or if it's just blur. Yes, it's blurred. So we have the fair value gap being used. We don't actually have anything that use this particular in let me clean these charts. Okay, I can just draw them later, right? So let's just say that anything from this area has already been used. So we are looking forward from this high, from this low all the way to the high, from this high, from this low all the way to the high. Okay, so on the 5-minute time frame, bullish setup there. We have a bullish setup there actually. On the 15-minute time frame, however, we could have a little bit of a liquidity here, and then we have either other blocks or a BPR around here. But now that does not fit inside my golden zone, so I might be a little bit skeptical about that. What does fit is actually the beginning of this other block here, okay, which could be used as an entry, and it's around the OTE area. Okay, so there are 2 places to note there. If you end up taking a buy from here, take a buy here, stop loss could be either at this particular place or to the range of the black down close candles. You end up with a 1:5 or a 1:4.3, sorry, 4.7. So yeah, let's see what price is going to do. If this one fails, then definitely this one is going to work out, right? That's from Nasdaq. Okay, what do we have on US30? Before we go into Nasdaq fully, I need to check out with US30. All right, okay, so on the US30, well, this is going to be tricky. Yes, I'm very honest. For our time frame, let's see. We do have a, okay, I had this set up here, although we did not activate, sadly. This here is a very huge fair value gap, which price would definitely love to get back into. Yep. So at least the 50% of this fair value gap is going to be used. That's tricky. On the 1 hour time frame, do we have anything that shows a possible bearish confirmation there? Nothing yet, nothing. So I think I'm just gonna skip this one. Okay, we did have a nice sweep, so if we manage somehow to break above this candle without closing below this low, then we would have a nice setup there. So nothing on the US30. What do we have on G40? On G40, let me clean this out. On G40, what do we have there? Daily time frame, from the daily all the way to the 1 hour. This this is a little bit close bullish yesterday. You might close bullish again today, or you might be, if you wanted to react with anything, you would have reacted to this other favorable gap here, but I don't see the probability in that happening. Okay, but look, you have swept the high of previous day. Okay, so if that counts, probably we might be going down. Even if you also have like some sort of, okay, maybe this guy here is what's making, I would have loved to see a new candle coming up to get inside this fair value gap here. Why do I say so? We have a fair value gap and we have the presence of a little sweep around here. Okay, so price could definitely come back to the upper range, that's the premium price, and then go down from there. It would be awesome if it just can have like just a wick coming up here and closing below it. Right, so even at that, personally I could pick a trade from the 50% of the fair value gap and push it down again. Okay, another reason why I like this particular area is because we have a low, 6 lows around this area, 3 highs around there, so definitely there's a key level around here. We see a large number of candles reacting to a particular price, so yeah, there's definitely something that price is reacting to right here. Okay, so it's a very valid move to for it to go down right now, but I would love to see a sweep of this particular candle, at least even if it's the beginning of this fair value gap. You could use it to take price in, and from there I would love to see us getting into this low here or over here. Okay, so that's a bias for G40. all right. For BTC, I had a buy setup, but I closed last night. If you're in my community, you should know about this particular setup. I said it that I was not confident in this setup anymore. I actually managed to close in profits. Yes, my network is just crazy right now. Well, let me continue what I was saying. I was saying that I had the Bitcoin setup as of yesterday night or yesterday evening. Okay, and so far so good. It did not yield, so I closed my setup in the late hours of the night yesterday. I closed it 0.5%, so just to count it as a trading day on some of my props. So I told myself that nah, I'm not gonna continue with this setup, because I mean, if it's ranging is one thing, but like refusing to actually move is a whole different thing altogether. And I'm not the kind of person that has the patience to hold when something is ranging in my entry area. If it's somewhere here and then it starts to range, sure, I might be able to hold. Okay, but like no, I do not have that particular mental resilience to stick with this particular setup when it's ranging on my entry. So yeah, I had to close, I think around here, got a 0.5%, and I moved on with it. Told myself that another setup is going to come, and when it comes, I'll be there. So we have a little bit of a range here. I want to see what the manipulation is going to be like, and then we'll look out for the distribution as well. All right, so I think let's check what's it called. It's okay, let's check Euro JPY. I don't know why I want to check this particular one right now, but I really feel like doing that. So on Euro JPY, I've actually not analyzed this pen in a while. I don't think I need to go to the daily time frame, do I? We don't really have much there, but this here is definitely equal highs. This is a mad liquidity here. This stop here to like take all the liquidity away. Currently we are retracing. Okay, so if you're retracing right now, this here is a sweep. Okay, sweep ascertain, break of structure. Let us wait for price to do its thing and come back and give us an entry. So here we do have our fair value gap here. Golden zone is surrounding this fair value gap, so, and I believe that this here is going to be another block, so I would definitely take my trade from 0.5% of the fair value gap. my stop loss here at the sweep level. Where am I going to target? I could either highs for a 1:3, or I could target the high for a 1:7. Woo, nice. So yeah, I'm going to have this 1:7 here. Okay, 1 hour time frame. I'm trying to keep most of my setups to the 1 hour time frame these days. Okay, the higher the time frame, the better the price action. It's been very choppy. All right, it's been very choppy, and we're getting close to December, so going down to the lower time frames is getting riskier and riskier. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go with this. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna go with this one. This is a very nice setup. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's for EJ. So GJ should have something similar. We should have a buy setup on GJ right now. I believe there's going to be another block instead of a fair value gap. I guess I'm correct to an extent. I mean, look at this here. We have a sweep, we have a break structure, another block, a possible fair value gap here, another one here. So both of them are actually in line with the other block, so they are both valid. Let me check on the 30 minutes time frame if you have any other thing there. No, apparently not. Unless we're talking about this inverse fair value gap, then we do have something there. Let's check the 1 hour time frame. It actually goes with the fair value gap that we have here, so I believe that POI is actually pretty nice, pretty good. So this here we have is a sweep. Okay, price comes back down, touches the 50% of this thing here, and moves up from there. Okay, so this is the down play here. This is the play. I don't really have any other candles around here, so I'm just gonna keep it to this level. Okay, we could actually keep it to the last candle that made the fair value gap. Okay, well, it's basically at the sweep level, so either way is going to be fine. We have 27 pips as our stop loss. If you're aiming for this throw at this point, we're talking about the 1:4 right here. Okay, so yeah, we do have that there. Inverse fair value gap. This. Okay, and there we go. We do have a little setup here on GJ. All right. What next? What do we have next here? That was for GJ. Well, I feel like most of the setups are actually going to be bullish because of UJ. All right, UJ is basically the one that's on top of. So yeah, there's that. Let's check JVBCHF. It's been a while since I checked this pair. I think I had an analysis on it the other day, but like, yes, I did, and it refused to touch my fair value gap. Yes, I remember now. Very vivid. So in that day that we had this here as a bunch of equal highs, right? So there was a lot of liquidity resting above here, and I talked on how we had low key like a setup there to take price up there, right? And this pair decided to snub me. So this here was actually my entry. Okay, the 1 hour fair value gap, and I had very high hopes that okay, I'm going to at least make a 1:5 from this particular pair, and no, we actually got snubbed. Okay, the setup was around here. This here was the sweep was around here actually, and this here was supposed to give me a 1:3, around that. So, but I was actually targeting a 1:5. I think there was another high here, this high over here. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, this is what I was targeting. There is one. I think I refined it that day. Did I? I did right. I should have refined it that particular day. So this would have been the fair value gap. Okay, giving me 1:4. Yeah, I think that was it. Anyways, I missed this trade and I'm really pained about this trade. But well, sometimes we miss trades, sometimes we lose trades, sometimes we win them. Okay, so that was my setup on GBBCHF the other day. Currently, I don't really have much buys on it, but who knows? That fair value gap will still be used. Ooh, Oh, sweep, downtrend. What is going on here? Okay, so I'm not even going to pretend to understand what is going on over here because I don't feel like I do. But there's a lot of basically level here, price is reacting to it. I believe that we're about to go down from here. Yeah, I believe so. So should have something like this. This here could also be a key level. There's a bunch of this here is accumulation, so definitely accumulation, manipulation. Guess where you're going to the distribution. So you need to find a setup around here that's going to push price to the downside. I'm gonna drop this in the WhatsApp community. Okay, so there we go. Yellow, red, and supposedly green. So this is actually how I do my own. Okay, so it's like traffic lights: stop, attention, move. You get it? So yeah, that's actually how I do mine. In case you're wondering what's up with the colors, so definitely we have to watch this one. So I guess this is what I have on my watch list. I need to delete this Bitcoin. I don't have anything on Bitcoin right now. As for Nasdaq, I'm still watching Nasdaq and see what Nasdaq is doing. I'm not really. Wait, what? Let me check the 5 minute time frame right now. That set up my. Oh shit! Yeah, we definitely triggered this setup. Yeah, crap. I don't place it. So yeah, I guess that is that. So I guess this is where I'm going to end my live analysis for today. Alright, so let me go and place my own trade so that I don't miss out on this one too. If I enter now, I think I can get this at the 1:4. Not bad. Until next week, guys. Hopefully we have better network by then. So bye bye. Until next time.